Alright, peace, fam. Um, so what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna try to read to you a lot of stuff because ultimately, you can read for yourself. What I'm gonna try to do is give you a couple of these concepts. I was looking over y'all charts, and I love when I can look at family charts because you see stuff that couldn't be a coincidence type shit. So, um, I'm gonna kind of jump around. I'm gonna pause the video a little bit. I'm gonna go to certain stuff in certain books, blah blah blah. But mainly what I want you to understand, mainly what I'm giving you is obviously your charts, your 3-year old and your 1-year old, okay, with the signs and the signs. Obviously, you can pause the video and double check. I'm gonna give you this chart as well. Wait for that. I don't have it right here, but I'm gonna give it to you PDF form right here. The signs within the signs, so you can go check and confirm this yourself. I'm gonna give you this free, right? All right, and I did some numerology as well on your birthday, which your life path numbers are 9. On your son's, his is a 6 equals 24, 6, and your other son, his is a 1 equals 19. Yeah, I mean, anytime I see birthdays, I do numerology on them. I also did it on their names as well because I see some correlations between your sons that is like amazing. Like these two together. I mean, I'm assuming Danny. I know that's kind of a unisex name. I think you said it was sons. My bad. Anyway, these two together, and they only 1 year apart, and how they planets work out. I broke down your chain of planets as well. I'm gonna give you that. Okay, it's crazy. Like no coincidences out here, bro. Nothing is by chance. So, um, we're gonna start with your chain of planets. Okay, you see all your planets go back to Jupiter. Obviously, you're a Sagittarius. You got 5 planets in Jupiter. Me and my wife's looking at it like, damn, you got 5 because she's a Sag. And then your moon is in Pisces, and the moon in Pisces is ruled by, on a higher note, Neptune. But when you're dealing with the 7 planets, you see how I got it broken up. You deal with the 7 visible planets in our solar system. Then you got the outer planets, right? And this is your north nodes. I gave you that as well as their ascendants. That as well, I assume you said you pretty knowledgeable. You've done a little research on this, so you'll be able to look all that up for yourself. You don't need me to read to you. You know what I'm saying? You rather me give you a concept of study. And what I'm saying, telling you is everything is by design, right? The fact that you had these 2 years apart and the way their birthdays are, watch you. I'm gonna show you in a minute. But anyway, so on a 7 scale, Jupiter rules Pisces. So essentially, you got a 90-degree angle because I did it for around 3 or 4 o'clock. You said it was afternoon, so that could be 2 degrees, 3 degrees, could be 0 degrees. But if it's afternoon, then it's Pisces because the morning time it was Aquarius. I mean, you can compare and contrast with yourself. Look up Moon in Aquarius, Moon in Pisces, see which one you are. I'm gonna assume Moon in Pisces just because my Moon's in Pisces, and I see something else on your chart that correlates to mine specifically. And the reason why I would tell you that is because everything is connected. It's no coincidence that your Jupiter is 23 degrees Scorpio. You're ruled by Jupiter. Okay, everything goes back to Jupiter, right? My Saturn is 23 degrees Scorpio. You see what I'm saying? That's my understanding. Saturn is your understanding. Jupiter is your expansion, your gifts. So you are right now getting an expansion in your understanding, right? Based off my understanding, we have 2 planets on the same degree. You see, you were magnetized to me. You see, I was magnetized to you. My videos to you, etc. You see, it's all energy, always. Okay, so your Mercury in Sag, Venus in Sag, Mars in Cap. So your Mars go back to Saturn, Saturn go back to Venus. Your Venus is in Sag, go back to Jupiter. Jupiter is in Scorpio, so that go back to Pluto, right? Because Scorpio is ruled by Mars and Pluto, okay? So that go back to Pluto, which your Pluto is in Libra, go back to Venus, right? And Venus is, like I said, in Sag. So you ruled by Jupiter, right? Like heavy, you see? So I've imagined you looked some of this up before. Jupiter, planet of good luck, optimism, success, generosity. Okay, you're a generous person. Okay. So, like I say, I don't want to read to you because that takes up time in the video. And you essentially paying me my time. So, you rule by Jupiter. Understand that. Your Jupiter's in Scorpio, all right? Jupiter and Scorpio, very powerful influence on willpower, personal magnetism. If you have Jupiter in this position, you tend to be successful in artistic works. Many Jupiter Scorpios excel in fretting out. There we go. Hidden information, excuse me. This would make you an excellent psychiatrist, researcher, politician, security agent, and government. Luck comes to you through your strong attraction for the opposite sex. Often the door is open to career and financial opportunity because of sexual liaisons. And Scorpio is the sign of death and regeneration, and Jupiter is the sign that promotes skill in medicine, surgery, and therapy. You possess shrewdness in money matters, and many of you have a Midas touch for picking lucrative investments. Sometimes you benefit from inheritances due to your lifetime. Your luckiest times of the years when the sun is in Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. So you understand that you essentially, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, this is like a trinity for you. Since your Jupiter is in Scorpio, you refer to Pluto. Pluto is in Libra, you refer to Venus, and Venus and Sag, you go back to Jupiter. So these are the three that you operate on out every day, for the simple fact that your sun is in Jupiter, so you're going to automatically go there. Your moon is in Pisces, so you're going to automatically go there. You see what I'm saying? And my moon in Pisces, so I can relate to this. Pisces moons have a natural affinity. Pisces is a sign of death and emotion. The moon represents your instinctive emotional reactions and sometimes your hidden dreams. Pisces is also an astrological sign of sorrow, self-undoing. If you have a moon in Pisces, you have a deep feeling and innate understanding of human condition. You feel people, and I can relate to that. I know exactly what they're talking about there. Now, one thing I wanted you to see real quick is, in the real world, unfortunately, you do not always have an easy time. You tend to let your emotions get the better of you, though you seem confident and completely in charge, especially if your sun is in a fire sign, right? You have a weakness for letting those with strong wills and definite opinions lead you to unsuitable paths. That's because the Sagittarius should jump into some shit. I mean, I don't know where you are in your spiritual journey, right? I don't know what religion you may subscribe to, or if you subscribe to any at all. But a Pisces moon, they need spiritual guidance, because they rely on that a lot for their nourishment, for you to feel okay with life, essentially, and with how things are going. You need to know some spiritual. You need to have a spiritual system. So, moon in Pisces is very important. Now, your children. Okay, so for you and your North Node. Your North Node is in Cancer. You always want to, look in that, because your North Node is essentially your spiritual journey, and I find that interesting that it's in Cancer, and that's the sign of the mother, and you being the father of two boys. I mean, I don't know what other children you may have, and I'm kind of interested. You can compare their mother's chart into this, because it'll fit in there somewhere, and it'll probably make a lot of sense. So watch this, your children, right? Now, for one, both of them are 4 degrees, which is cool as hell. Okay, and it's Virgo and Scorpio. Back in the day, Virgo and Scorpio was one sign, and then Libra separated them, thus creating Ma'at. Okay, Virgo was the head of the scorpion, Scorpio was the tail. You see, that's why Virgo became the woman, and then Ma'at. Okay, so these two are essentially the same sign. Virgo would be the more apparent side of it, and Scorpio would be the more hidden side of it. All right. So the fact that they are exactly 60 degrees apart, that sextile aspect, these two, they gonna give you some hell, because they are gonna work so well together that they gonna get whatever they need to get accomplished. Okay, look at this. For one, the older one, he got first 3 in Virgo. All right, completely ruled by Virgo in that sense. Let me see. Yeah, he got the Moon, Sun, Venus, Jupiter, all going back to Mercury. Then he got Uranus, Mars, Pluto, going back to Saturn. And since Saturn is in Scorpio, it goes back to Pluto. So he has that dynamic. With children, it's real easy to study these charts because they don't have those mental hangups that we do. They haven't been through a lot, you know what I'm saying? So they just act on their energies. They just act how they feel. So it's good. You'll be able to tell, his moon's in Virgo. You'll be able to see how, he probably want his stuff to be a certain way. And if it ain't, it's going to be a problem. Especially with his Mercury, 21 degrees Virgo. That's the Taurus aspect of Virgo. I have Mercury rules Virgo. Like, let me see. Let me show you. Okay, Virgo. Earth sign, mutable, Virgo reserved, modest, practical. Ruling planet Mercury, ancient god of communication and commerce. Mercury rules intelligence and reasoning. This little man will be a master, I promise you. With this little brother with him, man. Okay, I analyze, as you can see. All right, let me give you a better picture. So I imagine you can pause this, and if you want to take notes, or you'll have this. You'll be able to watch it many times you want. Okay, Mercury in Virgo. This position, Mercury gives a fine analytical quality to the mind. You like to deal in facts. Before you make up your mind, you must know all sides to the question and get all the information available in order to analyze it. Once you form a theory, you're quite convinced it is the truth. Thenceforth, you expect reality to conform to your ideas rather than vice versa. You have an intellectual intolerance for people who are sloppy in their thinking. You don't really understand human failings. Your emotional detachment makes you an excellent scientist and researcher, teacher, or reporter. You are very quick to learn and can usually memorize long pages of material. A fault of your eagerness to take on too much work or too many projects. You wear yourself down and at times become nervous and hypocritical. As Mercury Virgo, you have superb talent for creative gifts. So, your little 3-year-old, he gonna be, they both gonna be special, obviously. But, he gonna be the smart one. He gonna be the one that's gonna, since y'all are a 90-degree angle, he's probably gonna bother you. he gonna teach you a lot. He gonna teach you a lot. So, oh yeah, their moons, right? His moon is 26 degrees Virgo. His moon is 1 degree Libra. They're only 5 degrees apart. It's only 5 degrees apart, right? So they're gonna feel similar because early Libra is like a late Virgo. You see, so like they're gonna be able to soothe each other. They're gonna understand each other real well. So another way they're gonna get along. So understand, he gonna be the technical one. He gonna be the spiritual one. He gonna be the metaphysician. He gonna be the occultist. If you understand what I'm saying, the researcher, and he gonna apply it. Like these two gonna be bad together. Okay, look, his Mercury is in Virgo. Mercury is in Scorpio. Once again, 60. It's not exactly 60 degree, but it's still trine energy. You got Earth energy and water energy. You see what I'm saying? Let me see. Yeah. Okay. So now look, his Venus is in Leo. His Venus is in Sag. Look at that. Trine energies, fire. Right? They're gonna be creative as hell. They gonna come up with ideas and they gonna enact them. It's so cool when you look at families. Okay, Mars is Scorpio, right? His Mars, Capricorn. Look, Earth and water. Once again, harmonious. Okay, now okay, look, Jupiter, Leo. Jupiter, Libra. Look at that, air, fire. This is Jupiter. This is their gifts. He's gonna be in Leo. He gonna be shining. He's gonna be in Libra. He gonna be the technical law. He gonna know the law. He gonna be man. He gonna be the businessman. He gonna be the head of the business. He gonna be right behind him, the vice president, or you know what I'm saying, co-president, whatever. Saturn, Sag. It's Saturn, Scorpio. Now that's not a trine energy, but they are right. They're not that far from each other. He's 13 degrees Sag, 17 degrees Scorpio. That's under 30 degrees away from each other. So they understandings might clash a little in that sense, but the fact that his Saturn is Scorpio and he is a Scorpio, you see what I'm saying? They gonna get along in that sense. And then his Saturn is in Sag, That's where you gonna come in, you see, and schooling him, and he gonna school him. You know what I'm saying? And he gonna school you. And that's the trinity of family. You feel me? All right, so I okay. Let me see. Now the ascendants of the sun. I wrote that down. Oh, okay. His ascendant is 3 degrees Scorpio. His is 13 degrees Cap. Right. What's in between Scorpio and Capricorn? Sagittarius. No coincidence, man. His north node is Libra. His is Virgo. Once again, look at that. His is in Libra, right? 21 degrees, which, well, what else? Something else was Libra. No, it was his Saturn, wasn't it? No. Forgive me. Anyway, you look that up. North Node Libra. For their North Nodes, we talking about their life mission, spiritual mission. You'll find that out later in life, you know what I'm saying? As you watching them grow. But you can study these every day. You can look at these every day. He's 3 years old, right? So he's in his root chakra and I believe Mars. So, what's that? That's another video. You feel me? That's another video. So, what else did I want to show you? You just see his planets. Oh yeah, look at this. His planets. This is the baby. Go all back to Jupiter, which go back to Venus. And Venus go back to Jupiter because his Venus is in Sag. Look at that, just like his daddy, right? His Venus is in Sag. Like, I mean, y'all, what, 30 years apart, right? And his Venus is in the same sign as yours. What, 5 degrees apart? Coincidence type shit. Okay, Jupiter and Venus, which is your right side of your brain. Okay, in Kabbalah, let me show you this real quick. Yeah, I'll show you this too. In Kabbalah, you see, you got Venus and Jupiter. This is the right side of your brain. This is the left side of your brain. So he essentially his chart go back to these two. He gonna be the right side. He gonna be the spiritual one, right? What I say, Scorpio. He gonna be the spiritual one. See, you can't make this stuff up. Now look, his go back to Pluto and Saturn, right? And then these go back to Mercury, right? Look at that, Mercury and Saturn. Saturn, Mercury, left side of the brain. Like, bro, you don't even know what you've created. You have a monster on your hands between these two, man. They gonna be masters when they work. So I would suggest giving them joint tasks a lot. You know what I'm saying? Make them work together to solve problems. That's gonna be real beneficial for them in the future. Because once they put their energies together, they gonna be, I don't know, the Black Panther and the Black Jaguar or whatever. So peace and love, bro. I hope I gave you something, that you can use. Take it easy.